that's
Of
fine.
course, we can start. Yeah,
Sure.
Good.
the floor is yours, Tracy. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. So my name is Tracy Hayes. I am an admissions counselor at Montverde Academy in Florida. We are right outside of Orlando, so close to Disney World and Universal, all the fun theme parks. It's nice and sunny, as you can kind of see from my office. So it's a beautiful place to be, and I'm excited to share with you guys a little bit more about Montverde Academy. So Montverde was founded in 1912, so we've had 113 years to figure out the best way to help kids grow and learn. We are an independent college preparatory school. We are co-ed, so we serve both boys and girls. We serve 3-year-olds all the way up to 12th grade and even postgraduate students. So we do have some students who will join us for a year after high school to prepare for their university journey. In the whole school this year, we had about 1,400 students in the whole school. We're looking at expanding even more this year to about 1,500. In the upper school alone, it's about 800 students, so we graduate around 200 students each year. And in the upper school, around 250 of those 800 students are boarding students. So a pretty solid percentage of our students that are in the upper school actually live on campus. And I'll talk a little bit more about student life and what it's like to live here as a student in a little bit. Like I mentioned, we are in Florida, so sun, palm trees, beaches nearby, all the fun things you can think of. We do offer transportation to and from the Orlando International Airport. So our students, it's about a 45-minute drive to the airport or the nearby train stations. And we really try to take advantage of the nearby attractions and things that are close to us so that our boarding students especially get to go have some fun at the local attractions. It's a really great place to be if you like the warm weather. We won't ever see snow though, so if you want snow, probably not us. We also have an incredibly diverse student population. So this year we saw over 60 countries represented. I think our final country count was actually 64 countries represented in our student body. So those students are from all over Europe, all over Asia, Africa, South America, and then obviously we have also domestic students as well. But you really will, if a student comes to Montverde, they're going to meet people from all over the world and be able to make really neat international connections. We do offer English as a second language courses. We offer 3 levels of ESL. So if a student tests into needing ESL, that is available for them. We also some of these pictures are from our Diversity Fest, which happens every October. It's a big, huge festival, and the whole middle part of campus just becomes this great big party with tents and flags everywhere, and there's dancing and food and all kinds of really cool performances and just celebrations of everyone's culture, which has been really neat. This year, we were lucky enough to have 2 students from Turkey, so would love to have even more, of course. We are, as I mentioned, a college preparatory school, so we boast a very strong curriculum. We offer over 30 advanced placement courses and over 20 honors courses. So as much as students want to challenge themselves, we really support that. Over 70% of our faculty do hold advanced degrees in their subject area, so you can trust that the teachers that are working with your students are truly experts in their area of concentration. One other neat thing that we get to do in our curriculum, because we are such a large school, we are able to have a number of different programs to benefit students. This includes our subject area concentration program, which is a little bit like majoring in university, but getting to do it in high school. So we have 4 different options there. It's our Business, Innovation, and Entrepreneur Development Program, Global Perspectives, media arts and communication, and STEM. A lot of those STEM SAC students are looking at going to be doctors, going to medical school, veterinary school for some of them. So there are different kind of course paths that we're able to put students on to kind of pre-prepare them for whatever they might be interested in studying in college. We also, the last thing I'll talk about here is our dual enrollment programs. So we do offer dual enrollment where students can take college courses while they're on our high school campus. So we partner with 4 local colleges and universities to provide that, which means that some students, like our valedictorian who graduated top of our class this year, he actually graduated high school with his associate's degree, his like 2 years of college already done, because between his AP classes and his dual enrollment courses, he was able to pretty much finish half of his college years. So a lot of opportunities for academic rigor and challenge. We also, I usually tell families that we have about a 17-to-1 student to faculty ratio. So in a classroom, you might have a math class with 10 students or an English class with maybe 20 students, but all of the class sizes are going to be small enough that the teachers know your student's name. They know that they are missing an assignment from last week, or they know that they might need help with an upcoming test. So your student is going to be known by their teachers. They're gonna not be able to get lost in the crowd here. We also do have a 100% college acceptance rate. So starting in 11th grade year, our students work closely with our college guidance office. They will get a one-on-one college counselor, and whether their goal is a 4-year university in the States, or it's a university abroad, or it's a 2-year university wherever, the goal of our college guidance office is really just to help students figure out what their next steps are after college. So for us, if it's a program that they're interested in or a location they're interested to be at, it's really tailored to each individual student, and we really want to help them find the next best thing to do after they leave Montverde Academy. We also have a number of students who will come to Montverde just for 1 year, just to study abroad for a year and then go back home. And that's perfectly fine too, and they're still able to take advantage of our college guidance office as well. So it's not limited to students who are only going to graduate from Montverde Academy. But we do have a number of students who have gone off to pretty prestigious colleges and universities. This year, actually, we have someone going to MIT. And so, if your goal is to come to college in the States, it's definitely a good way to prepare for that. Hmm. The other thing about Montverde is, outside of our size and diversity in curriculum, we offer students the chance to really specialize in a certain skill or activity if they want to. So one of the things I like to talk about is our facilities, which kind of allows for that. So we have over 30 acres of practice fields and 21 different varsity sports programs. You can see we have an international sized soccer field there, along with a turf field next to it. There's a baseball field and a softball field. There's tennis. We have 5 different basketball gyms to choose from. So, in terms of athletics, there's a lot that Montverde has to offer. We have several what we call half-day athletic academies. So in our basketball, soccer, tennis, and golf programs, we have the option for students to take their main courses. So from 7:45 in the morning until about lunchtime, they'll be in their math, their science, social studies classes, all of the main courses that they need to graduate. Then they'll go to lunch, and then they actually spend the rest of their day with their athletic academy. So that might mean that they're on the basketball court, or it might mean that they're on the soccer field or the tennis court, or at our golf academy. So for students who have interest in really focusing in on any of those sports, we offer those programs. And then in addition, we have pretty much every other athletic program you can think of besides American football, really. Um, So a lot of those sports will integrate into the school day as well, not quite as intensely as our half-day academies, but those are there and they all practice year round. That's one of, I think, the biggest differences between our sports and some other kind of typical private schools is you might play basketball in the winter and then soccer in the spring. For all of our sports, however, they play year round. So our students are able to really specialize and hone in on those athletic skills and abilities that they want to focus on. In the same vein, we also have fine arts conservatories that are structured the same way that our athletic academies are structured. So we have dance, music, and theater conservatory programs. Again, you're going to go to your classes in the morning, you're going to have your lunchtime, and then the rest of your day is going to be spent either in your dance classes, your music classes, or in your theater classes. So we really embrace students' interests across the board, whether it's athletics or fine arts. And we'll talk about technology here in a minute too, but regardless of your interest, there's probably something here for your student. We offer kind of high level, our theater conservatory kids are going on to do professional theater, same thing for music and dance. So these are great opportunities for your students to both explore but also hone in their skills on fine arts. Our Innovation Center programs include robotics. There's an engineering lab, fabrication lab, an engineering loft. We have makerspace. We have also added this year a photography and a digital media studio. So there's a lot of different opportunities. We have TV and film production classes. We have photography classes. We had this year an e-sports gaming class. So there's a lot of different options in terms of technology and exploring. I think the world is very much moving in the direction of technology and innovation. So we're really embracing that here at Montverde. You can even take, for a fine arts credit, you can do 3D printing and design. So there's a lot of different options in terms of exploring the technology we have available. Student life. So obviously, your entire school day is not just going to be academics or sports or academics and arts. You're going to have a life outside of classes. So what does that look like? For our students, they all live in dormitories on campus. So our girls' dormitory is right next to our dining hall. Our boys' dormitories are right across from the lake and next to an outdoor basketball court. And you always have two students in a room together. So it's very much like a college dorm. You have a shared bathroom on the hall, and then each hall also has a dorm parent. That dorm parent, their whole job is just to take care of their kids. They're not teachers, they're not coaches. They do nothing but focus on taking care of the boarding students that are in their care. Um, in terms of, you get back to your dorm in the afternoons and you can have a snack, take a break. You can have time at the swimming pool, especially on the weekends. We have a lake nearby for recreational activities. We do a lake day. There's always open gym time, so you can go shoot around hoops. You can go to the weight room and lift weights. There's a restaurant nearby that boarding students can go get dinner at, an ice cream shop too that they can walk to. And then on weekends, especially, our residential life team tries to create lots of opportunities to get off campus, to go do some fun things. So, like the other weekend, we went to the movie theater on Friday night. On Saturday, some kids went to the beach for the day. And then on Sunday, I think some kids went and did paintball. So, there's always a lot of different options for our boarding students. You can stay on campus and go watch a sporting event, or you can go off campus and head to the beach. This year we did our homecoming dance. We did it at Disney World. So there are really just fun opportunities socially to hang out with friends, to go explore new options and see nearby things, which is a lot of fun. All right, so how do you come to this amazing school called Montverde Academy? You will fill out an application online. So our application process is Pretty straightforward. The biggest requirements for our international students is an English proficiency test. We also have added a math placement test. It's very quick, it's online, and it's all on our website. And then we have transcripts from eighth grade to current, and then teacher recommendation forms as well. So those are the biggest application requirements. Um, You'll submit those, and I'm the helpful face on the other side of all the emails who helps you work through those items. And as you have questions or anything, we're always here to help. Um, yeah, so that's Montverde Academy.
Thank you so much, Tracy. Let's
Did you mention if you
check
still
the.
have spaces for February? I mean for this next season, September, or
Yes, we do.
and can you
We
elaborate on like how many per year or
Yeah, so we currently have plenty of room for ninth grade and 10th grade and 12th grade.
okay.
11th grade is probably our most full grade right now, so that's going to be the hardest one to get for this August. And we do start boarding in 7th grade, so there is still space for 7th and 8th grade as well. Yes.
Same process. Call you.
Yeah, pretty much, yes. And our website is super helpful. It has the whole application process under the admissions tab. Definitely start at the website and then call me with questions you have, for sure.
Interview requirements, Tracy?
So there's not an interview required. It is encouraged, especially if you're an international applicant who can't come visit campus. We sort of do an informal, just Zoom or Google Meet or whatever, so that the student can learn more about the school and we can learn a little bit more about them.
Turnaround time,
Great.
couple weeks.
Couple weeks, yes. I usually say once the application is fully complete, it could be anywhere from I could get an answer in 1 day, or it could be a week and a half, usually.
Mhm.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Any questions in the chats?
I can-
I think Tracy
Sorularınız
said
varsa
it all.
iletebiliriz. Siz de sorabilirsiniz direkt
Tabii.
isterseniz. Over WhatsApp, Tracy, there's a question from a parent. They are asking about the fees and any financial aid opportunity if you offer.
Yes. So for this upcoming school year, the boarding tuition is about 59,000 US dollars for the whole year. That includes room and board, class fees, technology, and all of the dining.
Mhm.
There's also a $3,000 international student medical insurance that's required as well. That
Yeah.
covers anything that could possibly happen.
Mhm.
There is financial aid available. I will say, looking for this coming August, financial aid is, the amount that we're able to give is getting smaller as we get closer to August. If families want to look toward the 26-27 school year, the financial aid application opens on October 1st. So I would encourage families to fill it out, kind of as early as possible. We start releasing admissions decisions for the following school year in January. So that's a
Hmm,
good time to try to get all of your application in. And the earlier you get your financial aid application in, the more money is usually available.
great. Thank you. Any more? Sorularınız varsa iletebilirsiniz. Sorabiliriz.
Sonradan da olabilir tabii. And we'll put a copy of this on the YouTube channel.
Perfect.
And also we share the contacts because some parents already requested one-on-one meetings.
Perfect.
Great.
Awesome.
Okay. Okay. Oh, Elif, there's a great question. They're interested specifically in 11th grade. You did mention it's quite full, but would you encourage somebody to apply anyway?
Yes, definitely start the application. And usually when you first start the application process, I send you a welcome email.
Yeah.
And so we can be in communication about, we're still figuring out. There's a couple people who are like, are they coming or are they not coming? So I would definitely encourage you move forward with the application and I'll see what I can do.
Have visas been an issue or?
Well, with the current order of we have not had issues up until last week when the order to pause
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
visa interviews happened. Before that, we haven't had any
Okay.
problems.
Okay.
So,
Okay. So,
yeah.
so Elif Hanım, so you should apply. I would say she actually asked how much time do I have, like right away, probably, because
Yes.
it's
Yes.
outside of the normal deadlines, obviously. So apply
Yes.
now.
Yes. Move quickly.
And do you have a U.S. passport? I think Yasemin is asking you. Oh, they do. They
Yeah,
have a U.S. passport. Okay,
that's great.
wonderful.
That's fine.
Oh,
Okay.
Perfect.
wonderful.
Excellent. Well,
They
I'm so
don't need visa,
happy.
so yeah.
Do you want to set up a meeting? Is there a link we can put here to meet with Tracy, or do you wanna do you want us to try to schedule that for you guys, or
Be great. I have access to the chat. So I'm gonna put my email
perfect?
address in
Yeah,
here, my personal one.
I also copy Tracy.
Oh, perfect.
I have it in place. Yeah.
lovely.
Oh, perfect.
What
Okay.
a good opportunity. I'm
Elif Hanım
so happy.
dilerseniz bize de ulaşabiliriz. Biz de size toplantıya katılabiliriz zaten.
İsterseniz evet, yani İngilizce
Evet, çünkü diğer
herhalde
velilere de
problem
böyle
değildir ama.
yaptık. Evet,
Evet.
problem değildir ama bazı velilerle istiyorsanız bizler de katılabiliriz Tracy ile organize
Just offering to
edeceğinize.
translate if they wanted it, but I'm sure they're fine.
Okay.
But okay, this is great. I'm so glad that worked out.
Yeah, me
Please
too.
apply.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys. And happy to meet with anybody who wants to chat.
Thank you, Tracy.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Tracy. It was a great
Absolutely.
session. Thank
Thank you
you.
We
guys. I
appreciate it.
appreciate it. All right.
Bye. Take
Bye.
care.
Bye-bye.
Well, they do it all.
Yeah.
Yeşim, could you please stop recording? Because